I keep getting banned on Reddit. It's because of my memes. My memes are just too edgy. It's because of these hot takes I got on movies. I mean, my takes are the hottest of the hot. The movies I like are just so fucked up. And when my memes are up, they get thousands of likes and comments, but they keep getting removed by these fascist Reddit moderators. I don't know why. Maybe they're power tripping. Maybe they work for the FBI. Hell, maybe they're just pussies. It's just I'm the edgiest edgelord that ever lived, and I won't let them stop me. But now I'm kinda paranoid. I'm on a government watch list.
Wow, man. Sounds like the memes you got are the shit. Let me have a taste. Yeah, man, I'm into it. Show me those movie memes the Reddit feds are on your ass for.
Okay, man. The first one is on that movie Crash. It'll blow your fucking mind.
Hey, everybody. Wow, have I got a movie recommendation for you guys. I saw the best film last night. I was almost in a trance-like state because it was such a beautiful examination of the human mind. Has anyone ever seen the movie Crash?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I'm an intro to movie theory and totally know about it. It's this beautiful movie about the complexity of race relations in this country. It has these interwoven stories where everyone is connected, with white people abusing their privilege and people of all different races like being racist and then feeling bad about it. You know, it's like how people are like their stereotypes, but then they aren't. This made it possible for the Academy Awards to solve racism by giving it the Oscar, beating out some boring gay cowboy movie called Brokeback Mountain, because in 2006, it was time for Hollywood to finally end racism in America. Gays would have to wait until 2017, when Hollywood ended homophobia by giving the Oscar to the LGBT film Moonlight.
Hell no! I'm not talking about that pretentious sentimental drivel. I'm talking about the good Crash. Crash exists in a world created by David Cronenberg, where people are driven by a sexual compulsion to savagely smash automotive metal into lascivious flesh. The characters masturbate furiously while watching reenactments of celebrity car crashes like James Dean, Princess Diana, and Caitlyn Jenner. These messy bitches get in car crashes on purpose and then drag their bloody, mangled bodies to the side of the road and have detached hate sex.
Yikes. Like super yikes.
Oh man, Dune is so far out. I made this one after I fucked the Dune popcorn box.
Come, my Freeman warriors. Before we journey into the desert to fight the Harkonnens, let us stop and fill our bowels at the convenient eateries.
Thanks to these moisture-preserving still suits, we can squeeze that gas station fast food out of our sweaty, dank buttholes and recycle it through our nasal tubes, where once again, it will be yummy for our tummy.
Our journeys have been long today. Let us break and take our supper. I can feel and smell the brown ooze of that Whopper and those crispy tacos spilling through my still suit. That Burger King in my booty is going to be even better the second time.
It's best to drink stuff that's sugary like that raspberry icy I had. Then your pee tastes so sweet and your eyes turn blue.
I'm pooping out that 7-layer burrito and the nachos grande I ate at Taco Bell. My booty juice has such a frothy, fatty texture. Yum, yum, yummy.
Oh, Paul, I love you so much, and what you are tasting sounds exquisite. Please, Paul, let me put your tube in my nose so I can taste it too.
As you can tell from the last one, anything that has to do with slurping butt slop is right up my alley and something I want to share with my friends in the Reddit community. So why didn't I get love and karma when I made this meme about the all-time classic, the human centipede?
Hey, have you seen Vincent's pics? He has great taste in torture porn. He got me into the Saw movies.
I'm more into Gene pics. He recommends some consistently good vanilla porn.
Regular porn is for normies. Torture porn is where it's at. Oh, look, he recommends the Centipede trilogy. I've heard such great things about it. It's a movie where they sew people's mouths to their butts and they have to poop into each other. I bet Jerry's parents will love this.
Okay, let's rent that. And while we're watching it, we can play a drinking game with laxatives. We can shoot out diarrhea the same time the characters do. It'll be fun for the whole family.
Okay. Wow, that sounds like a great plan. I'm gonna need some hygiene products. We should stop at Walgreens.
This one gets me horny. Back in September 2022, gay activist groups pressured Netflix to remove the LGBTQ label from the docudrama Dahmer about gay serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. This is unfortunate because serial killers are a historically marginalized group. Then, on the very same weekend this controversy was brewing, the hilarious gay romantic comedy Bros came out in theaters. Sadly, it bombed at the box office because the movie trailer was so corny and cringe. Even the gayest of the gay were puking at the Bros trailer. But I thought I could help out both projects by making a little meme about how special it would be if Dahmer found acceptance in the community.
My dear Jeffrey, I remember when our romance began at the Pink Pony Club. You were making the moves on this hot black guy, and I was hitting on this other black guy, but even though we were scamming on other dudes, we couldn't keep our eyes off each other. When your date was drinking his roofied drink, I came up to you and gave you my digits really quick. Later, when I was with my guy doing weird shit, and you with yours doing even weirder shit, we were thinking about each other, knowing that we had met an amazing special person. And it was a big plus that we had the same taste in food. I just want to say loud and proud, I love Jeffrey Dahmer. You are the monster of my cornhole. I have only known you a short time, but already we have so many precious memories together. Remember that time when your nosy, bossy pants neighbor complained about the smell coming from your apartment? Well, I told her, that is what fabulousness smells like, you nasty old homophobe. Then there was that time I got so embarrassed when I couldn't get it up when we were making love. But it didn't bother you at all. Right away you went to the fridge and pulled out a frozen penis in the freezer that could satisfy both of us. And when I asked if you could take a turn giving me head, again you went to the refrigerator and got a human head for me. And you're such a good cook. Like, I used to think I didn't like liver, but I changed my mind after you cut out that guy's liver at the bathhouse and boiled it for me in the hot tub. And remember the laughs we had hanging out in the bushes with baseball bats so we could whack hottie joggers running by? So now I stand in front of everyone in this room to say that smell is the smell of my love. Jeffrey, you not only took my heart, you ate it.
I just want to thank the LGBTQ community for all their love and support. I couldn't be the fabulous man I am today without you. Happy Pride.
I was getting high with my buddy Igbo and watching the important Oscar-winning masterpiece, The Whale. Then Igbo went into a rant that really red-pilled me to the subliminal messages in this movie. I get hungry just thinking about it.
Hey bros, I just saw the movie The Whale. Wow, this is like dramatic Oscar-winning shit, dude. Like it's about this couch potato who's all whiny and needs to talk to his friends about these socially important gay dad issues. I guess that's why it won the Oscar, bro. We can all identify with this movie because who doesn't get sad sometimes? I know I'm not afraid to say I'm a man who has feelings and fucking cries like a pussy sometimes. But the movie is also kind of funny because the guy in this movie is hella fat, bro. I mean like hella fat. Like he looks like Jabba the Hutt or some fucking shit, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, he gets some good eating in this movie. Like it really looks good the way the cheese stretches out when he buys the pizza. And it never occurred to me to put that much ranch dressing on my pizza. What a good idea. And it got me thinking, the movie is just tricking people with all this serious Oscar-winning drama shit. The movie really is just one big pizza commercial, bro. Like Pizza Hut paid for this movie to be made to spread pizza propaganda and make us all just want to stay home and order pizza. It got me so hungry, bros. Right after seeing this movie, me and my bud Donald just had to order pizza. And we fucking shoved that shit down our pie holes and now I'm a fat fuck too.
I'm just going to leave it to Siskel and Ebert to tell you why Joker fails, both as a movie about mental illness and as an origin story.
Hello, and welcome to Siskel and Ebert at the Movies. You may have heard that the atrocious musical Joker Part 2 was a box office bomb that was hated by critics and fans. But this begs the question, was the original Joker, which won actor Joaquin Phoenix an Oscar, actually overrated? Tonight we're going to take a look back at the film and ask that question.
Hey, Joker. I just talked to the pharmacy, and they said you were a naughty boy and didn't fill out the paperwork to renew your medical insurance, so your prescriptions for antipsychotics Zyprexa and clozapine were canceled. Plus, bad news on the mood stabilization front. Lab results showed you have lithium toxicity. So the doctor said you would need to pause that medication and report any symptoms of side effects right away.
That's why my schizoaffective disorder has got me chewing on park benches. I had too much mental disorganization to complete that paperwork because I live in a circus tent at a homeless encampment and I'm addicted to meth. If I don't get my antipsychotic medications, I will become paranoid that the Justice League are out to get me. And I will hear command auditory hallucinations telling me to commit acts that are dangerous to others, like using a shocker when I shake hands, or connect the dynamic duo to the electric chair. Ha ha ha! Yes, I missed my meds this morning, and already I am having grandiose delusions that I can beat Batman in a surfing competition. Bwah-ha-ha! I'm the best surfer in the world, Bat Brain.
Joker, I have a history of childhood trauma, and when I'm manic, I let out a flight of ideas with my pressured speech about abuse, violence, and persecutory delusions, and I will just blab and blab and blab. I just won't stop. Also, I have borderline personality disorder, and so I'm going to blame you for all my problems and start screaming when I don't get my way. Ah! You better call the cops, because someone needs to put me on a psychiatric hold.
Oops. Looks like that was a clip from the old Batman TV show. The difference is, the writers of that episode actually knew something about mental health conditions and medications. A lot of reviews of the Joker say this has something meaningful to say about mental health, but it doesn't at all. The writers don't care about his diagnosis or the nature of his psychosis. Is he supposed to be bipolar or schizophrenic? Does he have a personality disorder? What are his meds? Does he hallucinate or have delusions? I think this may come from how the source material doesn't understand mental illness either. Most of the Batman villains are supposed to be criminally insane and end up at Arkham Asylum after Batman busts them. But none of them are actually mentally ill. I mean, why is a guy who has a crime gimmick for making riddles insane? Two-Face doesn't have multiple personalities. He just likes to flip coins. The writers of this movie don't know the difference between a psychotic who belongs behind bars and someone with psychosis who needs psychiatric help. So instead of this movie taking a realistic delve into the schizoaffective spectrum, we get a typical crazy movie person with odd mannerisms and a weird laugh. This movie has nothing interesting or new to say about mental health. That's why I'm giving the pretentious Joker a thumbs down.
You're so right about that, but also it fails in a different way. This movie is supposed to be an origin story movie. A superhero origin story is the modern version of the classic rags to riches story, where an unsure of themselves young protagonist, living in lowly circumstances, has something miraculous happen to them, forcing them out into the world to go on a life-changing adventure that transforms them into who they were always destined to become. This is one of the oldest stories in the world, from Aladdin and his magical lamp, where an impoverished pickpocket encounters a magical genie that takes him on an adventure that leads him to raising his station by marrying a princess. or My Fair Lady, where a Cockney working-class girl is transformed into a member of the aristocracy. In these fairy tales, after they have completed their transformation, they become fully actualized as characters. This movie attempts to tell a rags-to-riches story, but fails because it does not understand what a fully actualized Joker is, which is a crime genius and an anarchist who finds existential meaning in his conflict with the Batman. But what happens in the movie is we start with a frightened oddball who has some bad luck and becomes bullied a bit. Then he kills some people, and now he is a murderous oddball. Instead of an existential battle with Batman, he shoots a talk show host. And that's it. That's the whole change. He hasn't become actualized as anything. He isn't a master criminal, and he doesn't fight Batman. And the filmmakers want us to think this is deep somehow? Please, this is masturbation. The only thing this was successful at was getting Joaquin Phoenix an Oscar. The Joker is the only character where you can get away with something like this. Like William Dafoe is an even greater actor, and he goes through an origin story in the first Spider-Man movie, where he has a descent into madness, has auditory hallucinations, and suffers from dissociative identity disorder, and then through a scientific formula, and his tech innovations becomes fully actualized as Spider-Man's arch nemesis. And this is done economically in a condensed subplot to Spider-Man's origin story. And then what happens? He fights Spider-Man because no one would want to see a Green Goblin origin story where he doesn't battle Spider-Man at the end. So this failure as an origin story makes it a big thumbs down for me.
We both gave Joker 2 thumbs down. Way down. Stay away from this shitty, boring-ass fucking movie.
So you're saying all those critics who gave Joker a good review are a bunch of pretentious fart sniffers?
Yes, Joker is a shit movie, and I'm tired of pretending that it's not.
Oh man, when I want to party and get with the ladies, there's one badass to call, and that's Cocaine Bear.
I'm a shy bear, I am. It's hard for me to talk to strangers or ask a lady out on a date. But when I go back to my home country of Peru, they have something there that makes me a social success. And that is pure white and uncut cocaine, that Peruvian marching powder. And that's when I live the wondrous life of Cocaine Bear, life of the party.
Oh man, that is some good shit! When Cocaine Bear brings that over, I get so high, it's like I'm in another world on a heavenly cloud. And all I can think about is sucking his massive bear cock and stroking those big bear balls. Yes, Daddy! Yes!
Have I gone too far? I'm a terrible womanizer, and I have this mountain of cocaine, but now I am a sad, lonely bear with a serious addiction problem. Think this bear will have a pity party now?
Thank you, darling, so much for watching. And since you're such sweet little kittens, it would be perfect if you could like, subscribe to this channel, And check out sloppymemes.com.